district. And what we have seen is that what is interesting is that Manoj and Babli actually approached the High Court for protection. When the High Court gave them protection, then they came back to the district. They came back to their village. They appeared in front of a magistrate. They were given police protection. In spite of that, they were taken off a bus and killed by members of Babli's case.
That's not the only case, by the way. Ved Pal's case, again, there's a police escort which goes with him, and the man is thrown off a roof.
And what is important is that in this case, there have been statements reported everywhere that the Khap Panchayat said that this should be done away with. And after they were killed, there was a Mahasabha held in which it was said that this is a very good thing that has happened. And we exonerate the killers of Manoj and Babli. And then even now, they are taking the same stand, you see.
Before I come to Bajendra, I guess the question is, he says that where is the proof that the Khap Panchayats are behind these killings?
See, in my research, I went down and met all the Khaps, and I've also seen the media reports. Situation is, society is changing, urban view is there, the rural view is there, the custom-based view is there. Either we fight it out like we did in ancient times, fight it out, or otherwise we find solutions. And the solutions are there that we need to talk to these people, Khaps. They are our own people. It's not that they are Talibanis or they are from this society. And we need to change the society.
That's a completely other angle. I think this is diverting the issue just a minute.
Don't try to protect something which is going wrong, which needs to be stopped immediately.
If everyone speaks at the same time, we're not going to hear any much. Bajendra, how can you justify? Bajendra, let's just understand.
Let me speak first, Vikram. Ranjana ma'am said something, let me rebut point by point. Okay? Ranjana ma'am said that these guys are mocking at the legal system. They are challenging the verdict. Let me tell you, I was in Karnal where the verdict happened. The press was mocking the legal system. There were 40 press vans outside the judge's chamber the day the verdict was to be given.
How is that mocking the legal system?
They were pressurizing the judge. Understand that. The media standing outside, it's a lot of pressure. Imagine if the judge had acquitted, I am not saying anything about the guilt. Imagine if the judge had acquitted those people. The media would have torn that judge to pieces, you know.
Okay, so you're saying, hang on,
the pressures at both ends, the pressures by the media, the pressures by these ladies' organizations, the pressure is by the cops. It's all ended,
in each of these cases, young men, his son is beaten to death, Ved Pal is beaten to death, Manoj and Babli are killed in the most brutal of fashion. That's okay.
It's not okay.
The media shouldn't put pressure on the judge to
mixing up the issue. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. Killing a dog is not okay. We are talking about human beings here. Killings may have happened. Deaths may have happened. But did any panchayat ever authorize any death so far?
Yes.
Nobody is addressing this issue.
So what man talks about was... I agree with you.
What man talks about was...
Let's address this issue. Hang on. You said let's address this issue. Let's address this issue. Do you have... He said that the killings are to be condemned.
Yes.
Fine? He's also said that the verdict was given under pressure from the media, but he said the killing should be condemned. Now that we've established that, do we have any evidence or proof that the Khap Panchayats, in some way or the other, were behind the killings?
Yes, because one of the people who have been punished in the Manoj Babli case was a member of the Khap Panchayat. He was Gangaram. Number one. Number two, it's not only a question... It's not only... It's not only... No, you cannot... Number two... Not only that, one is honor killing. The other is the most cruel kind of sanctions and edicts that are passed against these families. For instance, in Babli and Manoj's case, what had happened to the family? You know, there was complete social isolation. Nobody could talk to them. Nobody could sell them food. Nobody could sell their cattle food. They weren't allowed to talk to anyone. They weren't allowed to go out. People are asked to leave the village, leave their property. And there, of course, there are more motives than one. You know, in other cases, and all kinds of sanctions are... two girls, I mean, in one particular village, of course, in UP, two girls were killed because they went to talk to two boys on Diwali.
No. Okay.
So there are all kinds of things which are happening, all kinds of sanctions which are being leveled, all kinds of killings which are being...
अगर आप कह रहे हैं कि खाप ये जो चीजें हो रही हैं, लोगों को जो पीटा जा रहा है, इनके बेटे को जो मारा गया, जब खाप पंचायत कहती है कि अगर किसी ने शादी करी तो उनसे बात मत करो, क्या आप कहते हैं ये नहीं होता है?
खाप पंचायत का तो पहले इस टॉपिक पर आ जाओ, झूठ जो बोल रहे हैं। गंगा राज किसी भी खाप पंचायत का ना तो अध्यक्ष है, ना वो प्रतिनिधि है, ना वो मेंबर है। अगर जज ने भी किसी ने इसका जजमेंट में वो लिखा है तो वो भी झूठ बोल रही है, जज भी।
देखो
अच्छा,
सब
हाँ नहीं है वो,
पूरा देश झूठ बोल
हमें
रहा
पता है,
है।
हमें पता है।
रंजना मनसेक,
He was a Congress party functionary. He had contested one election for the Jat Education College in Kethal. He had nothing to do with any khap whatsoever.
Okay. Can I ask you one second? Fine. Now I'm going to ask you a simple question. I'm asking a simple question. क्या आप कह सकते हैं कि किसी भी खाप पंचायत ने कभी भी नहीं कहा है कि अगर इस किस्म की शादी होती है, एक गोत्र के अंदर शादी होती है, तो उनका कत्ल किया जाना चाहिए? आप कह रहे हैं किसी ने कभी नहीं कहा?
ना, कभी नहीं।
अगर कभी बात सामने आती है कि कोई खाप पंचायत ऐसा कहती है, या खाप पंचायत के दबाव में कोई भी माता पिता रिश्तेदार किसी को मारते हैं, उनको सजा मिलनी चाहिए कि नहीं मिलनी चाहिए?
100%।
तो मनोज बबली केस में अगर सजा मिली है तो सही मिली है
ना? कतई गलत। किसी खाप पंचायत का वहां कोई मतलब नहीं है। और 3 बच्चे तो उसमें ऐसे हैं जैसे ये बच्चे यहां बैठे सुन रहे हैं, और उन तीनों में 2 को फांसी की सजा।
तो आप कह रहे हैं गलत लोगों को सजा मिली है?
जी,
आप कह रहे हैं गलत लोगों को सजा मिली है?
कतई गलत मिली है। 3 तो
मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछता हूं।
हाँ जी।
इन सारे इलाकों में जब खाप पंचायतों का इतना दबाव है, आप पूरे उस एरिया को कंट्रोल करते हैं, तो जो असली कातिल हैं अब उनको पकड़ के सामने क्यों नहीं लाते हैं? मनोज बबली केस में, वेदपाल केस में, रविंद्र शिल्पा के केस में, पवन कविता के केस में, इनके बेटे के केस में, सतीश सोनिया के केस में, इन सब केसेस में उनको मार डालना सही था क्या कि नहीं?
कतई गलत। मारने की तो हम कहते हैं सजा दो। अगर कोई मारता है तो खाप पंचायत नहीं मारे, ना खाप पंचायत।
Cases you have said so far, there are at least 100 cases where the girls once recovered have pressed rape charges against their so-called
I'm
husbands.
not surprised they would if they were. If I was them, I'd be so scared of my
all
life.
liars? Are they? Is our society full of liars?
1 minute,
I would be terrified under the sort of pressure which there is in these cases when you can have a person being beaten to death so badly that every single bone in his body didn't exist. I wouldn't be scared if the girl said, what do you say? I mean, I'm sure that
the issue here is the Khap Panchayat forbids marriage within the village.
Okay.
That is their right. Within the Gotra, that is their right. Because it hits at the basic system belief of Jats, of Haryana rural people who are not Jats also.
No, but
that is, we cannot marry our sister.
But that is
everybody in our village is my sister, right?
Hang on. I'm going to turn my attention to that, Bajendra, in a couple of minutes, right? Whether the beliefs of the Khap Panchayats are correct or wrong is an issue we will come to.
No, it's not Khap Panchayat. It's the belief of the community.
Whatever it is.
It is greater than the Khap Panchayat at all.
Whatever it is. I'm first trying to establish another point.
Yes.
Whether it is right or wrong for a marriage to have taken place. Is it right for a mob to pick those people up and beat them to death? Let's first establish that.
I told you, even killing a dog is bad. Human beings, you can't even think of, you know.
Okay. Ranjana, in those particular areas, what can you say? Because he said that the Khap Panchayats are not behind the killings. So let's first get the killings out of the way. Then we'll come to social beliefs. What evidence can you give that the Khap Panchayats are behind the killing?
Look, I mean, what could be more evident from the way the court Kirti has contested, and 5 of them have been punished, and also that immediately after the judgment, if it was